Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the match here on WWE 2K25. This one is the dream match that everybody wanted to see until it actually happened. Hulk Hogan going one-on-one against Bret the Hitman Hart. Everybody wanted it until it randomly happened on an episode of Nitro. I don't think either guy was feeling it. I don't think either guy was in their prime at the time either, really. But it happened nonetheless. But let's just see what could have happened if they were in their prime and we could have got a good match out of it. Hopefully, anyway. Now, just to be open and honest with you, I am trying some new sliders for this match, which apparently make the matches a lot more enjoyable to watch, so try and keep an eye on it and let me know what you think, whether it's a good change or a bad change. We can always change it back if we need to. Also, as you can see, we've got a different attire for Hulk Hogan. We've gone with a WCW mid-90s attire this time around. I thought it suited this style a little bit better. The problem is with this is Hogan is having a terrible week so far. I think he's only won 1 out of 6 so far. And Bret Hart is one of the best we have in this roster. He is top of the ranking points. He has been top of the rankings now for quite some time. He is a 3-time SWE World Heavyweight Champion. He's just absolutely immense, and I really don't see much chance for Hogan here either. I mean, Hogan's got 2 matches today. He's got Bret Hart and he's got Stone Cold Steve Austin. This could get worse and worse for Hogan this week. He needs to turn this crap around, man. He needs to turn it around. Right. And then, of course, Bret the Hitman Hart. I think this is his first match of 2025, considering how dominant he has been. Obviously, he is one of our highest amount of matches we've done so far, but that's mainly because he's been 3-time world champion. He's had to defend that belt. He's had to do lots of that sort of stuff, so we do get a lot of use out of Bret Hart. And I would like to use some more of him. He just seems to have a very overpowered moveset in this game, and he has them for many, many years. Which is odd, because normally people with submission finishes struggle on this game, because if you do it too close to the ropes and then all of a sudden it's just an automatic break. So we have gone with WrestleMania 12, which I believe, is it 96? Yeah, about 96, which I think is when this probably would have been, around about 95, 96 would have been the prime for this match. I think it ended up in the end, was it 98 or 99 on a random Nitro? But I don't think either guy was really feeling it. I might be wrong with this. I think when Bret left WWE, of course, the whole Montreal screw job and that sort of stuff, I don't think, as much as he got the money and that sort of stuff in WCW, I don't think WCW was ever something that he enjoyed or succeeded with. It was just a bit of a mess. They didn't know how to book him. He had a random debut as like a special referee. Was this something like that? I don't know. But it's, yeah, I don't think Bret's WCW run is ever going to go down as anything in history, to be honest with you. So yeah, we are underway, and like I said, let me know what you think of the new sliders. If it does change the match, it apparently makes it a bit slower and a little bit less arcadey, a little bit more realistic, which is sort of the good thing. I think that'd be useful for us. And it's Bret now dropping the knee into the back of the head of Hulk Hogan. Yeah, so we got 2 matches today, 2 tomorrow scheduled in as well. We've got Hogan up against Sergeant Slaughter and Hogan versus Andre the Giant tomorrow. Before 3 matches now planned on Saturday, because I decided to add an extra one. So Saturday we're doing Hogan versus Jesse Ventura. If you know, you know on that one. Hogan versus the Iron Sheik. And Hogan versus The Rock. And then on Sunday, of course, we'll have a 30-man gauntlet match to celebrate other people from Hogan's career who haven't had a chance to showcase themselves so far. And then, of course, we have the main show. 7-match card, main eventing, with Hogan taking on Kurt Angle for the United States Championship. Right then, Hogan working over the inside of the knee of Bret Hart before dropping a boot into the gut. And now the leg drop into the back of the arm. It does, to me, I can feel it's a little bit slower. I don't know if it's the placebo effect or not. I've got no idea, to be honest, but it does feel a bit slower. It feels a bit more realistic, a little bit more slow and methodical. Maybe that's going to be beneficial for us. Bret now with the boots into the gut, battering down Hogan in the corner. And I thought Bret was going to go for a weapon then. Obviously, it is a standard match. It would have been disqualification. One of the things the sliders does change as well, by the way, is it reduces the amount of dives down, which I think is good, because we seem to get a lot of dives from random people. Like we've seen it in the previous match, was it yesterday, where Hogan and Warrior just kept climbing the ropes all the time to try and do axe handles and dive to the outside, and that spinning pile drive by Bret, this could actually be enough, you know. The way things have gone this week, Oh my God. Hogan, what is going on? Hogan, man, what are you doing? Wow. Hulk Hogan, what an absolute mess. So that was a bit of a surprise. We got a finish from... Is the pile driver a signature? I don't think it's a finisher. So we got a finish from the pile driver, which, yeah, does surprise me somewhat. He had dominated the match, but I haven't made any changes to pin escapes or anything like that. So that literally is just Hogan then. I don't know. I say we reserve our judgment for now. Let's push on to our match a little bit later on against Stone Cold Steve Austin and see what the changes are there and what effect it has had. It might have just been a shocking night for Hogan, which, I mean, has been the whole way this week, to be honest with you. We'll update the ranking system, then Bret Hart with that victory moves up to a plus 30 after 57 matches. And Hulk Hogan with that loss gets worse and worse and worse. A minus 5 for the year, plus 9 overall. He is free falling at this point in time. Now dropping down to 33rd position. He started the week up in like 15th, 16th. To drop down to where he is now is pretty crappy, to be honest with you. But yeah, we'll try another match later on. We'll try the match against Stone Cold Steve Austin, see if it's still the same way. Again, I've made no changes to like pin escapes or anything like that. It was mainly just like reversals and stuff like that to try and make the match a bit more slow and methodical. So I'm a little bit surprised at what's happened. It could just be a freak. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. We'll try it again for Stone Cold Steve Austin later on today and see what difference it makes. Yeah, a little bit of a disappointing performance by Hogan. But then again, the entire week has been a disappointing performance by Hogan as well. So yeah, as I was saying, a lot of matches still coming up this week. We've got Austin later on today. Slaughter and Andre in 2 matches tomorrow. Saturday we've got Ventura, Iron Sheik and The Rock. Sunday we've got that 30-man battle royal, or 30-man gauntlet, should we say. And then we have the 7-match card, including the likes of Andre the Giant versus The Big Show, the Killer Bees versus the Natural Disasters. We've got NWO versus DX in War Games, Randy Savage versus The Rock in an Icons Collide match, and then Hulk Hogan in the main event up against Kurt Angle for the United States Championship. Right then, I shall love you and leave you. Please do hit the like and subscribe to the good stuff, and I will see you a little bit later on. We'll try these sliders again, like I said, against Stone Cold Steve Austin, and see how that one goes. I mean, it's difficult to tell with Hogan at this point, because he just lost bloody everything. Alright, I'll see you later tonight. Bye-bye.